I'd like to say I'm glad to be here, but why start with an untruth? Being here is like reliving my misspent youth. Face leaning on my hand like a fed up kid. Sat here in my robes with one closed eyelid. Every day and twice on Sundays, probable cause from DNA. Your time in advance conspiracy theory is so crazy it's making me weary. They found some guy did reverse engineering. I've aged more than a year just in this hearing. We can all go home if we go for a plea. Come on, let's go, the drinks are on me. Every day and twice on Sundays, probable cause from DNA. Your time in advance conspiracy theory is so crazy it's making me weary. None of this case makes sense, so I shoot down the defense. My impartiality is compromised. Is this gonna be televised? Every day and twice on Sundays, probable cause from DNA. Your time in advance conspiracy theory is so crazy it's making me weary. Making me weary. Making me weary. It's making me weary.
Close the night out right, panel at the table in that half-dead light. Miss Robin in the middle, calling every shot, directing and producing, till the story runs hot. 1-1 from the city, badge heavy on his chest, towing that law like a wicked chain, spitting facts, no rest. Crimes after dark, we close the night outright, tear through the lies till the wrong sounds like a fight. All of the answers buried so deep out of sight. We watch the threads unravel, we watch the threads ignite. JJ in the corner, state of the deep in his head. Which lies to toss and which ones to keep instead? Dago from the cafe says forget about it, leans back, spins his thoughts like a blade cutting holes in the track. Lee at the front, head advocate, steady stare, every word like a warning, every silence a dare. All of them leaning in, clock crawling, eyes bright, every secret feels louder than the buzzing of the night. Crimes after dark, we close the night outright, tear through the lies till the wrong sounds like a fight. All of the answers buried so deep out of sight. We watch the threads unravel, we watch the threads ignite. You can bury it in paper, you can lock it in a file, but the truth bleeds through, drip by drip, tile by tile. We're dragging it to daylight, name by name, line by line. If you wrote it after dark, we close the night out right. Tear through the lies till the wrong sounds like a fight. All of the answers buried so deep out of sight. We watch the threads unravel. We watch the threads ignite.
All right, welcome to another Crimes After Dark, and it looks like we are off and rolling once again. It is, what the fuck is it? Is it Thursday? Oh, I did a swear word way too early. Shh, naughty. Stop it. I got to save that for a little later into the show. Welcome again on a Thursday night, I believe. And just to let you know, heads up, I'm going to say this several nights in a row. We are going to move our time up an hour next week. Hopefully Logan's listening because I didn't know if we told her this earlier, but we're moving up 1 hour to 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time start time starting next week. So I think it'll make it a little easier for our East Coast folks in the U.S. I don't know how it's going to affect the rest of the world because we are an international show. So I feel bad for anyone who gets placed out, but it will in the US at least provide a lot more better coverage, I think. And also we did a after show, which I'm going to do again tonight for members only. And that will let that be a little earlier for people as well. So everything's shifting up 1 hour starting on Monday. All right, let's get at her. They got stuff to talk about today. We got a new Idaho 4 document drop as the state wants to have more stuff not unsealed and not unredacted. And so they've asked for that. HIPAA made a ruling on that. We got that paperwork to discuss. I want to talk about the book Chaos, which I've been reading for members only, a expose, if you will, on the Maryland, on the Charles Manson murders, the Manson murders back in the fucking 60s. But we're going to talk about all the connections I'm finding to Idaho 4. It's crazy things I wanted to talk about there. We got other stuff to talk about, Guthrie stuff to talk about, we've got stuff we've been talking about backstage. So let's just hit it running. Why do I have the hiccups all of a sudden? Anyways, backstage, we're going to put you on order and that you are. So I got Logan up first. What's going on?
Did I hear we're moving up an hour for good?
Yes. We're really going to try it. We're going to try it.
Changed my life.
Is that better? It's better for you, right?
Oh my gosh. Yes.
Yeah.
So much better.
Well, we'll give it a shot. Here's the thing. I'm going to be honest with you. The reason why we're down an hour is because people told me I don't have a big enough, to swing with all the other shows that are happening an hour earlier. Like, you can't compete against all the other big creators that are going at that time. You need to find a different spot if you want to have a chance. So we'll see. If we go up an hour and nobody shows up because I can't compete with all the bigger shows going on, then we'll reevaluate. But we'll try it. Yeah. We'll try it and see if we can hold an audience. So
worth a shot. I think so.
Yeah, let's give it a shot. I think it would be better for sleep-wise for you guys and everything. So yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, anything special going on in your world today?
Let me think. No, I just got off work. I'm working overtime, so
that sucks so much.
Oh,
we'll see.
Moving
up an hour is going to be a good thing for you. Maybe get you some more sleep in your day.
Oh yeah.
So all right, well, good. Let's kick this thing off. We'll get Robin up on stage. Robin, are you there? She got the camera off. She got the microphone off. Let's see what happens. What's going on?
I am here.
Welcome.
How's everybody?
Good. Give us an update on Essie's situation. I know that she's recovering, right?
Yep. We got some of the good drugs today.
That's good. Yeah.
Whoops. People think I mean the wrong thing. She got some more stronger medication today to help with the pain. And the apparently the ER ortho guy called kind of like the head honcho of ortho and said, look, you need to look at this chart because we think she's going to need you. So apparently this guy, his name is Dr. Dwyer. He is like the, I guess, preeminent hand surgeon in the state of Pennsylvania. So we're very fortunate to live about 20 minutes away from the hospital where he is located. So so she goes on the 18th, which is next Wednesday, for surgery because they couldn't, as hard as they tried, they could not get the wrist into proper alignment. So it's unfortunately, she's going to have surgery. But she does. I'm telling you, this lady, she is a trooper. And Oxy doesn't knock her out or make her loopy. Nothing. Me, I would take a quarter of a one and be gone. Yeah.
There are other bad side effects from taking Oxy too much, but
right, yeah. But she's.
By the way,
responds really well to medication. So, but
yeah, well,
no,
I'm glad that they got the painkillers. The painkillers were a big thing. Like you can tolerate things until they get it fixed if you've got good painkillers, but without that, it's miserable. Yeah,
yeah.
And I'm sure even with painkillers, it's not super comfortable. But,
but at least it's not excruciating, and she should be able to sleep tonight at some point. So that'll be a help.
Anything else going on, or is that probably enough for your life today?
No, that's about that. Between that and work, and
let's go do a backstage.
God only knows.
He's doing some weird shit back there. All right. Well, I'm glad that things are at least moving forward, and that you got an excellent hand surgeon that's going to look into that. And wish her well. And I don't know if she's trying to mod with one hand or whether she's sleeping.
Oh, she is. She's modding.
Of course.
Oh yeah.
Of course.
I'm telling you, she's making good stock. I'll tell you.
What's up, Dago? What the hell are you doing?
You thought you was gonna catch me being dumb, but you did. You did.
I did.
I'm super hyper. Sorry.
I'm glad because I'm low key, so I need your hyperness to bring me up.
Yeah, we'll keep it between Dago and I. Yep.
Too much coffee.
That's the good old ADHD.
Coffee.
Look at me, Logan.
What?
He's feeling froggy tonight. Anyway. You look at me when I'm talking on screen.
You sit up straight when I'm talking to you.
That's amazing.
We watched that today.
Yeah. Well, so what did you have going on today? Did you have a live and had good stuff?
I did. By request, people were asking if we could go back and review the Brian Koberger plea deal or the change of plea hearing and the sentencing hearing. So we watched that.
You watched it again? Okay, good.
And we broke it down, reviewed it. I swore a lot, things like that. And called out all the lies and the bullshit that Mr. Thompson, propaganda man himself, was saying again. And so that's why I said, sit up straight when I'm talking to you, because remember when Olivia did that to Brian Kober?
My God.
Yeah.
Oh, God, yes. I didn't catch the reference. Yeah. Oh, my God.
Yeah, it was such a joke. But anyway, I came to the conclusion that I think a lot of that was what do you call that? When I said it earlier, like she's the question she was asking, the statement she was making was self-reflection about things she thinks of herself, because that's truly how it sounded, and she was pretty much describing herself in some ways too, somewhat. So it is what it is. So we got through that, and that's about it. Really, I did what I did today. Well,
it sounds like a good day. It's been a long time since I mean, I think I only watched it once, and I watched it live. I might have watched it one time afterwards, the replay. There's things that stick in my
time for me. Yeah.
There's things that stick in my memory clearly from when it happened that I'd like to go and see if I remember it correctly, because there's things that I caught that other people didn't catch, but it's been a long time now. So
by the way, happy birthday.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to you. Could I sing you Marilyn Monroe style?
Oh yeah. Mr. President.
Oh yeah, I could do happy
Mr.
birthday, Mr. Lee.
So much for keeping it on the down low. Keep it on the down low. But
no.
Well, thank you. Yeah, thank you very much.
So I hope you're having a great day on your birthday, sir.
It's adequate. It's adequate. Yeah. So I get to hang with all you guys. It's always a good thing. That's the highlight of my day now lately. So
yes,
I heard you had a steak dinner.
I did have a steak dinner. Yes. And it was very good. It was very good.
It's good.
Good stuff.
All right. 1-1. Ah! Why am I yawning? 1-1. What's going on?
Hello. Evening.
Bros and hoes.
Yo.
Bros and hoes.
Who needs sleep?
Oh, it's overrated.
Me,
I
do.
You need to.
Powers.
Yeah. So that's where we're going to move up.
Get a pen, get a notebook. We're gonna do some more police lessons. No, just kidding.
You teach
He's
another
gonna-
class today?
Yeah.
He's gonna have
Yeah,
school.
you had a 30. You took us like
I know.
37 minutes into the show yesterday before you got to your monologue.
And I was just getting started.
Trust me, we did a 2.5-hour show on that the one Sunday night on the whole Terry stops with the Luigi case. It was
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right. What do you got? You got a monologue for us tonight?
I do. All right. It's good to be alive in the den on a Thursday night.
Sure
Yeah.
is.
Juliana, Jackson, and to my beautiful wife. Love you guys always. Some nights disappear into memory, and some nights refuse to let the world forget. November 13th, 2022, a small college town, cold air, dark streets, and inside a house on King Road, 4 young lives were taken. Not statistics, not headlines, not internet debates, 4 human beings. Kaylee Gonzalez, Madison Mogan, Santa Conrodal, Ethan Chapin, friends, children, students. People who woke up that morning believing the future was still theirs, but something happened in that house, something violent, something permanent. And when the sun finally rose over Moscow, Idaho, nothing would ever be the same again. The silence left behind that morning has been filled with questions. Questions about what happened, questions about the evidence, questions about whether the full truth has been uncovered. Because in cases like this, truth matters more than comfort. Truth matters more than narrative. Truth matters more than anything. And here on Devil's Advocates, we ask the questions that refuse to go away. Not for spectacle, not for clicks, but because 4 people lost their lives. And the truth about what happened to them matters. So tonight, we step back into the shadows of that house, into the timeline, into the evidence, into the details that still keep people awake at night. This is not rumor. This is not noise. This is the search for truth. Welcome to Devil's Advocates. And a little extra something special tonight. Today isn't just about another candle on a cake. It's about celebrating the person who brought a group of curious minds together and turned it into something far bigger than any of us expected. You're more than the boss of Devil's Advocates. You're the voice that starts the conversation, the mind that asks the questions others are afraid to ask, and the steady hand that keeps the show moving when the stories get dark and the truth gets complicated. But beyond the investigations, the research boards, and the late night discussions about justice, you're also a true friend. The kind of friend who inspires people to dig deeper, think harder, and care more about the truth and the victims whose stories deserve to be told. Devil's Advocates wouldn't be what it is without you at the center of it, guiding the conversation, challenging assumptions, and reminding us why we do this in the first place. So today, we celebrate Lee, the leader, the investigator, the voice behind the mic, and most importantly, the friend. May this year bring you new adventures, great stories to uncover, plenty of laughter with the crew, and continued success with the community you've built. Happy birthday, Lee. The Devil's Advocates family is lucky to have you leading the charge with appreciation, respect, and friendship. And with that, live from New York, it's Thursday night.
Oh, thank you very much. I actually feel a little uncomfortable having positive things saying about me when I've got other creators with their own channels on there, and I'm like, don't disrespect our other creators by saying that I do something special. These guys are special too. So yeah, but
it's your birthday though, egghead.
Oh, yeah.
not ours.
So today I'll be the shit, but then
When it's our birthday, then you can
be the shit. Yeah,
there you go.
So, well, Thank you for that, and everybody, and thank you for coming to another Crimes After Dark. Again, let's just get into it today. Did you see that drop that happened today with the legal filing in the Idaho 4 with the state asking for certain things not to be unsealed once again? Did you see that?
Federal stuff.
Yeah, and I just want to I want to bring it on screen and show it real quick to hit a few highlights just for discussion.
Bring what on screen and show it.
I'm going to bring on that document.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, what you think I was going to bring on? I know you're afraid after the members only live. You're terrified about what might come on screen. I get it. I'd feel a little afraid.
You ain't lying, buddy.
All right, so this was filed March 12th. What a great day March 12th is. Like shit, this happens on March 12th. But anyways, this was filed March 12th, and it's basically before the court. The state was asking not to unseal some more fucking documents. And in particular, they're asking for documents to not be unsealed that have the FBI involved in it. So they ask for things that involve the Federal Bureau of Investigation. There's no reason for the public to see that stuff. And basically the gist of it says in here that the only time the public interest outweighs privacy interest is if the FBI is accused of wrongdoing or misconduct. But because the FBI hasn't been accused of any wrongdoing, nobody in America needs to know a fuck all about what FBI agents were involved in this case. The conclusion from Hippler was basically this. There's 11 documents roughly that have included FBI agents in them. 6 of them, I think, are already out there in the public, and it's too late. He basically said, denied on doing anything with the ones that are out there. So Nick Balance, sorry, your name's fucking out in the ether, and it's just going to stay out there. Several other of the FBI agents are going to be out there in the ether because it's already out there and it's too late. You can't put the cat back in the bag. However, Hippler agreed of 5 more or so documents that have not yet. As to the 5 documents which have not been disclosed or released yet to the public, he grants the motion that they will redact the names of FBI agents. So we continue to not get to know fuck all about what happens in this case, and they continue to seal shit in a case that's over and everybody knows what happened. There's no, why the fuck are we hiding shit in this case if it was an incel? I still don't understand why we're still fighting to not let everybody know what the fuck happened. What's the big fucking secret? That's what I'm getting.
He's in jail. He's in jail.
It's over.
Yeah.
So why are we still hiding shit? Why are we still hiding shit?
Why is the FBI so heavily involved in this case if it's some loner incel that, you know?
I'm curious what also is listed in those specific documents that have the FBI's contact information in there.
Yeah.
Like it's just a roundabout way to not have a different piece of information unsealed.
Yep.
It just it drives me nuts how many times the federal government, like the FBI, gets involved in cases and then they hide behind the shield of nobody in America needs to know what we were doing with that. You don't have to know what we're doing with law enforcement. Well, maybe we do, because maybe taxpayers pay your whole fucking department. Like maybe you actually exist because our tax dollars fund your agency. So how is it you tell us we have no right to know? Now, granted, understand in the matter of national security, that's another thing that we've agreed as a nation, we'll give you tax dollars and some things we need to not know about because of national security. But guess what shouldn't be a fucking national security issue? An incel from Pullman who can't get laid, who decided he had to randomly kill 4 people. That's not a national security issue unless you, there's no part of my mind that can make that a national security issue unless you add drugs into the equation and you've got drug smuggling across the Mexican border. And it was something that wasn't an incel. It was a drug hit. And so if you want to hide that, that would make more sense. But an incel, there's no reason to hide any of that shit. So I don't get it.
Real quick, I want to say thank you to Moonlit Baby for dropping the $2 super chat. And somebody said that they thought they were being ignored. No, I see you in here perfectly fine. Old man Suds, when we do this, we don't get to say hello to everybody like I do personally on my channel. So,
yeah.
That's
my fault. Yeah, that's my fault, guys. Like, the Crimes After Dark show is kind of my baby, and one thing that I don't do as well as other creators is I don't spend a bunch of time saying hi to everybody, and I've taken a beating for it. A lot of people say, "Wow, what a piece of shit this guy is. He never acknowledges his own chat," and I get it. but we also have other panelists with other shows, and we need to show them respect of their time. And if I spent all my time saying hi to everybody, then I would be stepping on their time. So I can't win. Somebody's going to be unhappy with the way I do the show.
We could always spend 40 minutes going over Terry stuff. So
well, that's we'll
we just do this one different. That's all. No big deal.
We do this different. Yeah, we do
but
this.
I do see you, sir.
One thing is that when you're backstage here, I want people to keep in mind when your comments are filtering through. Like we see about maybe 4 or 5 comments at a time, and they cycle very fast.
Yeah.
So you have to realize we are not purposely ignoring anyone. Trust me, we want to hear from you. So if you have a question that is just burning too much, ask it again. Ask one of the mods to draw our attention to it. They can highlight it. We'll see it here. But so please don't think we're trying to ignore you, because we're not.
And this is just a different. Sorry, Robin.
Yeah. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Robin.
Well, I was done.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Anyway, we all do that separately on our own channels specifically. But when we come together, there's too much of it at one time to be able to do it. So that's all.
I love this comment, Seahawk.
Didn't you just have a birthday last year? Good one. A good one.
I'm sorry. I keep fucking doing it. I don't know why.
You're being selfish.
So look, I will say this too, like in StreamYard, all of our chats are combined, but I've got to so I shouldn't have to do this, but I'm going to. So I've got a super wide monitor where everything gets really pushed to the side. So it's a tiny chat that has all of our chats combined, and my old eyes would not see it unless I put on glasses and shit. So I can't see all of our combined chat real well. I can put on my screen over here a chat, my own, and I can see my own, but I can't see all the other chats. So it's really hard. And so I've made a decision. We're spending way too much time on this. I made a decision that I'm going to focus on the conversation at hand. I used to do the whole fireside chat where I'd address some of those comments I missed during the thing, but I'm doing the best I can, and the mods will try to pin stuff for us. So, okay, long ways of saying I apologize for not being as good at the chat interaction.
It's not that. It's just that there's 3 of us that have channels. So if all 3 of us stopped like we do on our own shows, like personally, and said hello to everybody, we would take us an hour and a half to go through everybody, and then we would get into the show. That's the only reason why we don't do it, you guys. So
yeah. So the Idaho sealing documents thing, it's par for the course. I don't know what to really think about that, other than it drives me nuts. But that
I think it almost proves. I think it almost shows that there's an operation going on.
Right. I mean, why do we need to hide everything? And they said, the letter says something about danger to FBI agents. The public could cause it. Why would the public be mad at FBI agents for an incel that killed a bunch of people? What does the FBI have to do with that? Like, why would people be like, what do you think you're protecting the FBI against, unless there's other fuckery that you're afraid is going to come out, and people will get angry when they see what the FBI did in this case? Like, okay, I will say in this case, there are some anger with the FBI. And Taylor, we don't know how the FBI doubled the SNP in size. We don't know how it's done, and the FBI won't tell us. Some people are angry about that, but to the point that they're going to kill federal agents? No. So what are you hiding behind? Can you not handle some questions? Can you not handle scrutiny? Can we not just have an open and frank discussion? And hey, by the way, isn't it okay for us to just hold you accountable? Hey, who did the work on doubling the SNP? Can you guys explain that? Is it wrong for us to ask the question, how did you double the SNP? How did you double the size of the DNA? Is it wrong? We're not allowed to ask the question. That's dangerous to you. Questions are dangerous to you. Anyways,
I mean, that's what a detective does. That's what you're supposed to ask. He's supposed to ask questions. And if it doesn't pass the sniff test, then you throw it. Then we go on to something else. That's how you get to the truth.
Which one or all of us wants to address the question about whether or not I guess the question ultimately is, what did Dylan say and what did she describe? Do you want to talk about that a little bit? I mean, look, before I get into the bow thing, let me get into this. Pavarotti said the only thing it can possibly be is a gun. That it's the only thing it can possibly be. What else can it be? She described a triangular shaped thing at the end of a cylindrical thing, and the only thing it can be is a gun. Other people say it's a bow, and it's the only thing it can be. So I've heard a lot of things about what it can be. It's a vacuum, and it's the only thing it can be. Koberger was cleaning up after the crime scene, and but wait a minute, the new person, Asget, said he was carrying a GoPro in his hand and was probably filming the entire event. So I don't know what Dylan saw. That is a curious question. But do you guys have thoughts about whether or not what do you guys think she did see or was describing? I'm curious because I've heard a million things about it.
I'm trying to think of what could be like cylinder-like, but she's not explaining like something big that's cylinder. She said a small cylinder that comes out like a triangle. And then
I can't see it.
What does that mean?
I know. I can't
know.
see it being a gun because even someone who knows nothing, who knows zero, they know what they would say, oh, that person was holding some kind of rifle or a gun. Like if it was a gun, they would say a gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would argue the same thing with a bow, but if she saw a bow, she'd probably recognize it as a bow. Like
and specifically a crossbow, because crossbows can be tricky if you don't know how to operate one properly and keep the safety on properly. I mean, you could shoot yourself in the foot with it. It could go off. Actually, you have to really know what you're doing with a crossbow. It's not a weapon that just anybody knows how to shoot. And I know because I have several cousins who use them for deer hunting. So they're like no joke, even the smaller versions, because there are smaller versions of crossbows. So you have to be careful with them, just like any weapon, because they can be, and especially if they're not maintained properly. Those safeties, that's kind of risky business to go into a house where there's at least 3 people or so that you're going to be going after, and to try to reload that on the fly is way riskier too, because it's not like a gun that you can just shoot repeatedly. I mean, you have to reload those arrows. So I don't see anyone going in that house with a crossbow.
Real quick,
That's
thank
just
you,
my point of
Bianca,
view.
for the $10 donation to our upcoming FOIA. I appreciate you so much.
And one of the I'm sorry.
I said nice. That's all I said.
Sorry. One of the things that was talked about before, and we kind of approached it a little bit, was a beanbag gun. And I went on one of my lives. I pulled up. It's a smaller version. There's multiple different types of beanbag guns, but one of them is literally this big. Okay, it's a tube cylinder like this. It has something on the end that is somewhat triangular. And I mean, if it maybe I don't know, but it could explain some of the damage done to Kaylee's face, possibly, if that was actually, because those things come out of there like wildfire, folks. They can do damage. Period. So what I want to work through is the logic. If it's one killer, what did he bring in? 2 weapons, and then what? Set one down while he attacked with a knife for a while, and then picked it back up again and took it to another room. I don't believe it's one killer.
Like you're not holding 2 weapons, like a crossbow in one hand or a bow in one hand and a knife in the other. So it either means we're suggesting more than one killer, and one of them is the one that was holding that weapon, or you think that the killer put the weapon down so they could use because you're going to need. Look, you're getting to the point ridiculous now. If you think one person can kill four people in like 8 minutes by himself and have something else in his hand, by the way, at the same time,
right?
At what point does it become impossible? So it has to either be multiple people or, I mean, I don't know. And here's the thing, like my gist, I mean, I was just watching some more talk about Dylan. My part of my problem is I don't put a lot of weight that Dylan saw anything. I don't. So I'm not going to spend a ton of time personally trying to figure out what Dylan saw, when Dylan even says, I'm not sure what I saw. I don't know what I saw. I don't know if it even happened. It may have been just a dream. So how much time will I spend trying to break down what Dylan saw when I'm not sure Dylan saw anything?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. She's not sure she saw anything.
I think it's all a con, though.
Or is that what her attorney told her to say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's for you on the screen, Lee.
Oh,
That's-
thank you.
yeah.
It's for the Not Coffee Bitch Fund. I love it.
Yeah, that's
This is
great.
Not Coffee Bitch.
I
Thank
think
you so much.
I think she was informed by her attorney, like, okay, you got to do these interviews. When you answer a question, make sure you give 5 different answers so that they can't,
Right.
they
Right.
can't hold you to
Can't
one.
hold
Can't
you to
nail you
nothing.
down to anything. Yeah. And we'll
Well,
pick the one that we
yesterday-
want at trial time.
Yesterday, Pav pretty much proved that there was at least one other person with the whole fingerprint thing.
Yeah.
Yup.
This was the latent fingerprint that was in the amino black that he said was not Koberger, and so if it wasn't Koberger, it's somebody else, right?
But it was in the victim's blood, so it had
Right.
to
Right.
be from the crime.
Right.
And
So
it had to be somebody that was in the middle of the crime, obviously, at some point. Yeah.
right. So his logic is pretty good. If you've got a fingerprint in blood, which means it's at the crime, and it's not Koberger's. Now, granted, they didn't specifically say it's not Koberger's, but I assure you, if it was Koberger's, they would have told you. They would have been all over it all day long.
That
It wasn't
excluded.
Koberger.
It said excluded.
He was excluded as being a contributor to it.
Yeah.
Right. So that leaves you with somebody else's fingerprint, just like it leaves you with other blood that's excluded from being Koberger. It means somebody else bled in that scene.
That fingerprint probably matches the other male blood DNA that was found too. They'd match them up.
Which
So,
they won't test because they felt it was irrelevant. Right.
Well, they won't test it because it tells us the fucking truth. Sorry.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
I always wondered why they didn't use luminol, and now it all makes sense. They weren't looking for blood that was wiped up, which is why you would use. I always wondered why they used Amido Black, but yet they used luminol in Brian Koberger's car, and now
on
it all
purpose.
makes sense.
Yep.
Yeah,
Because
it
they
all
were
makes
looking
sense.
for fingerprints. Yeah.
They were not looking for cleaned up blood. They were specifically looking for fingerprints.
Uh-huh.
And perhaps the applying of amino black ruined the opportunity to look for blood with luminol.
And if
Oh,
you
yeah.
Sure.
and if you look
Yeah.
at some of the places where it looks like they dumped a gallon of this shit, okay?
They want to make
You know
sure
that-
nobody ever
you-
goes looking for the blood.
Exactly. Exactly. Because you know it's going to destroy the evidence.
Like
at that point.
the bottom of the stairs there, which
Yeah.
The countertops,
which may be
We're
which
sounding
may
like
be-
conspiracy
sorry.
theorists with this shit. Are you trying to suggest that they dumped a bunch of amino black on there so that nobody would be able to test for blood?
Are
Come
you
on.
crazy? Why would we say
I know.
that? Come on now.
That's
Yeah.
nuts. Yeah.
Why would you renumber the evidence?
Why would you renumber evidence? Nobody's going to renumber evidence. Not even Payne will fucking who was it that actually renumbered it? Was it Payne?
Payne, it
that
was Payne.
renumbered
Yeah,
it.
it was pain.
Yeah, it was pain.
Yeah.
My
I'm
thing
sure
is,
that
how
didn't
did
happen.
they know to look for bloody fingerprints? Most people would assume that any perpetrator would have on gloves the whole time. So how do you even know to only use Amido Black first to look for bloody fingerprints that were not in a glove? I don't get it.
That's a good question. It's a really
You're
good
doing
question.
it again. You're doing it again.
Yeah.
Stop being so
Or-
damn smart.
Logan, was the whole purpose of the amino black wasn't even really to look for fingerprints. Maybe it was oh shit, there actually was a fingerprint in there. Maybe it was just to try to have an excuse
Get rid
to
of
wipe
it.
out the blood evidence.
Yeah.
They wanted to wipe out the blood evidence, so they dump a fuck ton of amino black on it, and you ruin the blood evidence, and they went, shit, there's actually a fingerprint in there. Well, shit, it's not Koberger's, so we'll just ignore it.
Good point, Logan.
True.
Yeah. Wow. Things that make you go, Yeah.
Whoa.
So
Yeah, that was a good point. Very good point. Ow.
So I was going to tell you a little bit.
Thank
Yeah, JJ will be on, I think,
Yeah.
tomorrow night. I think JJ is going to be on
You were
tomorrow
talking to me.
night.
I should say thank you.
What's that?
I was
Yeah.
thinking Susie, if she was talking to me. If not, then whatever.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Screw you.
He's
Whatever.
in the chat right now. So JJ, you're going to be on here tomorrow night, right?
Well, unless he's got a gig. If he's got a gig, then he's not on here.
Oh.
So
Stupid gigs.
Hello.
and maybe
JJ.
I didn't check with JJ, but maybe moving up an hour will help him as well. I don't know if it'll help. Actually, it might hurt him because sometimes he gets in, remember, and he comes in just about the time that we're starting, and he's a little late for our show. So it actually might hurt him, unfortunately. That sucks. I didn't think about that. You can't make all the people happy all the time.
On that night, at least, yeah.
So speaking of JJ, let me segue. I'm going to segue. This is still Idaho 4. It's got JJ involved. It's this. So JJ recommended a book, an old book on Charles Manson of all things called Chaos. And it talks about, I keep saying Marilyn Manson. See, I'm so past Charles Manson that I say Marilyn Manson all the time now. Anyways, The Beautiful People. I keep thinking of that song in my head. Beautiful people. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. See now, I wish I
Yes.
could play that. Anyways, yeah.
Do
Every
it.
time Dago says that, beautiful people, I got that song in my head as well. Anyways, I started reading Chaos, and as I often do, I like to read books, and I do it as members only content. Hardly anybody watches it. I think the views on it are like 10 people. 10 or 11 people watch my every single chapter that I do of a book review. But now I'm reading Chaos, and I have to say, so much of reading through Manson's mass murder scene with all the people that were killed and slaughtered are starting to have echoes of Idaho 4. For example, an individual that stayed in a gatehouse 60 feet away from the crime scene, and they wanted to know how he could be 60 feet away and not hear gunshots and screams of people being murdered in the house. He completely didn't hear any of it. And they just kind of went, you know what? We did some tests, and yeah, he probably could have not heard it, and then it moved on, kind of thing. And I'm thinking, this sounds like the neighborhood thing about how do people not hear the screams of these people in the house being slaughtered in a packed, tiny neighborhood? That had similarities. There were similarities to the FBI getting involved in investigating the case and not wanting their name on it anywhere, even though they were all over investigating the Charles Manson murders. And you're like, why is the FBI involved in a bunch of hippies wiping out a house randomly? Like, if these things are what they say they are, why do we have government involvement in these cases crawling up their ass and then not wanting anybody to know about their involvement in it if it really was exactly what they said it was? So I find it fascinating. I think that there's more that I'm missing right now. But as I was going through there, I was like, man, there's so many shades of Idaho 4 in the Manson murders in little ways that we're seeing pop up here that I just thought it was interesting. So if you guys are curious at all, grab yourself a membership if you don't have one, or just go check it out. It's called Chaos. It's a book series. I've got a playlist for it. I've done like 5 videos on it. I'm doing chapter by chapter, and it's worth discussing, I think, if you want to play along with that. So just wanted to share that as well. Any one of you have read did any one of you have any interest in the Manson murders back in the day? Did you guys? Yeah. Did you get into it a little bit, Logan?
Yeah.
A lot of it. Yeah.
Yeah. I had forgotten some of the names. Yeah, of course. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, the Manson murders, I can say this with joy, happened before I was born. So there's that. So I'm glad to say that it was still something that happened before I was born. But anyways, it fascinated me. As I was saying during my book review, it's probably the reason why I got obsessed with true crime in the first place. And not just true crime, actually, the reason why I got into psychology. I wanted to know how one man, Charles Manson, could control the minds of other people. Because when I found that Charles Manson didn't actually commit any of the crimes himself, he didn't stab anybody, it was all his cronies. At that, how the hell did this man control other people's minds to make them go do something on his behalf, and he didn't even have to lay a hand on anybody? Maybe he tied some people up in the second murder, but he didn't actually do any stabbings, apparently. So I just thought to myself, what a fascinating expose on, and now as I'm reading this book and we're talking about how he used certain substances and how he controlled people's minds, it's pretty fascinating shit. So yeah,
I went back and forth.
Yeah, it's really good.
Young child, back and forth in my head and talking about it. You know, how he didn't physically do it. So, I mean, but I get it.
Yeah, right.
Off the streets anyway, but not really, because wasn't he like CIA and like it was all an operation?
Who, Manson?
MK.
Yeah.
MK Ultra might be linked.
Yeah,
that's
the whole MK Ultra thing.
Yeah, and I haven't gotten that far in the book. The book literally is laying the ground. So far, what I've gotten, and I remember this. I don't know if you remember this. I did remember this. Manson was heavily connected to people in Hollywood. People liked Manson. He got invited to parties all the time. He was a popular kind of like, hey, we should have Manson at our party kind of guy. He was well known in Hollywood. And so when people act like he's just this freak hippie that like randomly, like they don't realize that a lot of people wanted to distance themselves with the fact that he was a popular guy in a lot of circles. And yeah, it came out that the book's laying down the question, where did Manson learn some of the techniques that he learned? Did he learn techniques on brainwashing and how to control people with that from the government itself? And so they've hinted at MK Ultra. They've hinted at experiments using certain kinds of substances to make people pliable and do what you want to do. And I haven't gotten to the hook of the book yet, but that's where it's going, I'm sure. So some of you are ahead of me on this, but pretty excited.
Thank you, Kawanda, for $19.99 towards our FOIA. We appreciate you so much. I'm really excited about this FOIA.
Yeah, we've been doing the same thing. We've got a campaign waging, and we've got a lot of money in our war chest right now because we're still waiting for Moscow to come up with, because we already know what they did to Jules, right? Where they asked her for $900 for like a few hours of video. So we're waiting for them to actually accept some of our public records requests. So we've got a war chest in there to pay for that. So we're stacked and ready to go. And I haven't submitted in something new for a little bit, but we are still getting back FOIA requests from the federal government on Brent Kopacka's military records, Brett Payne's military records. We're going after all the video footage from Kopacka, his shooting in Pullman. We're getting that really fast. What we're not getting is anything from Moscow really fast because.
Well, I just got my first yes from Moscow, so that's
nice.
why I'm super excited.
Did they charge you a crap ton of money or no?
I'm waiting on the price now, so we have a yes, just waiting on the price. So
that is awesome.
Go ahead,
I was going to say I decided that I'm going to try, and I'm sure this is going to be a long shot and a joke, but I'm going to start trying to FOIA phone records now. That's where I'm going with it. I'm going to see what I can get, if I can get it, how often I get denied, what the cost is, all that stuff. That's where I'm going with the FOIA stuff for me. So I doubt anything will happen, but I'm going to try.
And keep in mind
for at least Dylan and Bethany's because of privacy. So.
Well, I'm trying to go after people that were besides that thing. I know I'm going to get denied either way, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
I want the victims.
Well, I mean, and what they shouldn't do, and this is where I'm prepared to fight back, is if somebody has already obtained the stuff and they've already released it, they shouldn't charge you for the same stuff they've already done. They're only supposed to charge once. So I'm expecting them to charge me a bunch of money when they do say yes to something for something that they've already charged somebody else for. And I'm going to have to get a little pissy with them and be like, you can't charge that kind of money for something you've already charged somebody else for. It's been paid for. So we'll see.
You're only supposed to have to pay the duplicate fees. That's it.
Yeah. Very, very minimal. But apparently Idaho is used to giving people the fuck over and will charge you as much as they possibly can get away with, unless you fight them every step of the way. What else? Do you want to talk about another case, or you want to talk about, I'll tell you this as a little FYI. I hope this isn't, too early, but some of you have seen that the custody queens, they go on with several people. In fact, they've probably been on with all of you at one point or another. Have they been on with you, Logan? I can't remember if you've done anything with the custody queens, but Dago has, right? Yeah. So the custody queens are working through right now with Ron, their appellate lawyer. They're working through Richard Allen's appeal on Delphi, and we're getting ready to talk about that together. So I'm excited about that. I hope that's not too preemptive for them, but I was just texting with them today, and they're like, hey, we're working through the appellate brief, and it'd be fun to talk about this. So we're getting that ready to go, and I'm excited to talk to them about that as well.
Nice.
You're muted.
Yeah, I'm kind of excited about that too, because I'm sure I'll get together with them over that as well. But I'm excited. That reminded me, this coming Saturday when we do the verdict room, we are going to be joined, myself, Miss Logan, Kim, and Mikey from Last 24. We're going to be joined by Kevin Curtis, Washington State defense attorney, that will be in there. So we're going to be jumping into that with him, and he's an awesome attorney. He's a great talker, so I'm really excited to be doing that. And hopefully we'll be pulling some information out of that to be able to bring back to talk about over here as well. So
yeah, I'm really excited for that.
Yeah, for sure.
So we're all working our asses off in different areas, and hopefully we can bring it all together and share it as a group and discuss the things that we're going down. By the way, I see Jody from Defense Rests in here, and I know we don't talk about it a lot lately, that the Letcher County, Kentucky situation is not over. Jody and I are, well, first of all, I've been really busy, so I haven't been able to communicate with her as much as I'd like to, but Jody sends me stuff on a regular basis, and we are planning to get together very shortly. She's got a whole bunch of new shit, Jody does, because she's tirelessly working on that. So Jody, I'm looking forward to getting together with you and getting that worked out here soon. So Letcher County, like I said, we're still working on that case. We've got things that are kind of on the back burner, but are coming soon. So pay attention, or whatever, hold your hats for that, because I think it's going to be a good one too. So we're right on the cusp, right, of some Delphi, Richard Allen, kind of possible things happening as the state needs to respond to the request for the appeal. And again, we've got the custody queens that want to talk about that as well, so we'll probably talk that over with them. We've got, again, Letcher County, some things that I'll bring out here shortly. Nothing kind of new yet lately, I don't feel like, on Lisk, Rex Heuermann. We don't talk much about it anymore. Seems like people just haven't really caught on to Rex Heuermann. But the last thing I saw of Rex Heuermann's was they had a bunch of like, I can't remember what they said, that he had contacted like 60 sex workers and had like hundreds of communications with them. And that was relatively new information that was released. The reason why it's a little harder to talk about that on this show is most people don't feel there's any mystery in the Rex Heuermann thing, right? They're like, he's the killer. He's obviously the killer. What's the mystery? In no way, shape, or form are we going to question whether or not he did it. So that it has less of an appeal. I haven't been able to get people interested in one. We have the unsolved case of Shannon Gilbert, which still is out there in a mystery, and John Ray, Attorney John Ray, is still fighting that fight, and that's a huge thing. And also, I think that there is some massive fuckery, if you haven't watched any of the documentaries on Long Island serial killer, with Suffolk County Police Department and with that, and there's some major shenanigans going on there that are worth getting into. But until such time as people show some interest in it, we're kind of keeping it on. We're watching it, but keeping on the down low and the back burner. What do you guys have going on that you want to talk about? Yeah.
Isn't the mystery with the Long Island serial killer Rex guy, isn't the mystery the Shannon or whatever her name was? If
Shannon Gilbert?
Actually, killed her or not?
I mean, it is part of the mystery, and officially they're not saying that she's one of his kills. And in fact, he may not have been there that night, but she did have a run-in with Rex Heuermann before. She had met Rex Heuermann.
Yeah.
There's affidavits that say that she had a run-in with Rex Heuermann before. So she knew who he was, and she was used to going out to that area to party, and Rex Heuermann apparently went out to that area to party. So they certainly had connections.
He was, right. He was seen leaving from the same hotel.
Yeah. So
remember, I asked him about that.
You asked Rex Heuermann about it?
No. no.
Are you holding out on me?
How did you get in?
I asked him about it. Like, what the fuck? You asked Rex about it?
I did grow up 7 minutes from his house.
Right.
So.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, there is a mystery with her death, right? Which is that she was found in a marshy area, which they said she had just accidentally wandered out there and drowned, and her, induced psychosis, that she was running away from demons, that it weren't true. And she was, whatever the case may be. John Ray believes it was a murder. He had one of the top forensics guys, Baden, come in and do an autopsy and say that it showed that she had their hyoid bone in her neck broken, as if she had been strangled, and had no signs of water in her lungs that would indicate that she drowned, like they say. And yet they simultaneously block him from looking into her death because it's an ongoing investigation, while telling the public that it was an accident and she drowned. And John Ray has tried to argue, how can you both simultaneously say it was an accident and she drowned, but say it's an ongoing investigation? Those two things aren't compatible. And they're still pulling that game to this day.
That's crazy.
Right.
There should be a time limit. Like if it's 20 years or something, it should then become a not really viable investigation, in the sense that you can't give out info on it. It's just they can just say that and not have to give out anything just because, and that's not right.
Yeah.
Well,
see, I already had somebody.
I mean, the crazy thing was that, again, fuckery with 911 calls. I mean, them saying, I can't. Yeah, it's just hysterical is not even the word. I mean, it's like pathetic and sad. Like, you don't have to know anything about law enforcement or anything or forensics. How can you hear that 911 call and say, like, oh, there was nothing alarming there? Like, what?
Right.
What are you listening to?
Thank you, Critter, for the $9.99 towards Star FOIA. You guys are so great.
Stacking up your FOIA is fun.
Yeah,
look
at amazing.
That. There you go. Yeah.
Good people, get on board. We'll file them if you support them. It costs money to fight the good fight, so I think all of us have a fund set aside for spending your money for that specific area. So thank you for supporting that mission.
We try to. That's true. Peaches.
And thank you, Peaches. Yeah, thank you as well. Appreciate that. That's amazing. Thank you so much for the support. I love it. Like the gifts are flowing. People are in a Randy mood. Let's do this. Anyways, I'm pretty excited. Although I saw.
Wait, I'm confused. Who's Randy?
Oh, I don't know who's Randy. I'm Randy.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Randy.
Nice to meet you. Sorry.
Gosh. Anyways, yeah. I digress.
Did you?
Oh, nope, it's the 12th. I was going to talk about Delphi and see if we were any closer. Don't they only have till the 30th?
I think
The state, or did
I
they
believe
respond?
so.
They haven't
I think the
responded?
state does. Yeah, the state. I think the state has to respond. I think I made a mistake when I did the video the other day. I had stated something like a decision was going to be made by the appellate court here this month, and I think it's actually the state that has to respond to their counter. So it'll be the appellate court deciding after the state says no, you shouldn't accept these people's appeal, and here's the reasons why you shouldn't. And by the way, appeals are an uphill battle. It is hard to get things through an appeals system, which is part of the reason why I'm kind of excited to talk, if I can get the custody queens and their appellate lawyer as well, to talk about the appeals process and how realistic is it that Richard Allen will actually get his appeal heard, or will. And again, you know what it feels like a lot of times, and I saw this in the Luigi Mangione case. A lot of times it's a creative writing exercise. The prosecutor writes a document that is really good, really well written, and you're like, well, fuck, there it is. The prosecutor's got it all laid out. And then the defense comes in, and if they're good, they write a superior document. You're like, well, shit, this guy should be let go. And it's an exercise in creative writing. Like, which one of them can tell the more compelling story? And then a judge has got to hear both of these fantastic arguments. No, you shouldn't. Yes, you should. And decide how they're going to rule. And it's tough because they make really good arguments on both sides.
Very good point. Yes.
Well, what else do we have?
Anything new happened in Nancy's case today?
Nancy Guthrie's case. Yeah. Is there anything new? You said you had some
photograph, but I just meant anything new that had happened that
I haven't. It's like the case that suddenly is kind of like I haven't heard anything. Maybe it got dominated by the going to war thing, but it seems like it's been. Yeah. I haven't seen anything new on it for forever, and it seems again at this point with no proof of life and this much time going by, you have to think that it's a recovery mission rather than a rescue mission. You know,
I think based on what I saw, there was actually a statement made that. I think they're looking for her body at this point. They've been doing like boots on the ground searches around the area, so on and so forth, which is what leads me to believe that that's what they're doing. That's how that whole thing happened today, that mishap. So it's just, I feel like the ball was dropped so bad in that case in the very, very beginning.
Wow, from the very beginning,
from the get go. Yeah,
absolutely.
Hey, Coda. Good to see you, Coda. He's like, hey, I'm here.
Oh yeah, somebody has been asking me to put my dogs and my cats on screen. I'll have to do that sometime. I don't know if now's.
Yes, you
do. Oh
do.
my gosh, yeah.
Oh, I can show you guys.
Pet show. We should have a Devil's Advocates pet show.
It's going to be tonight, probably. We'll see. We'll see how. If it dries up in a minute, I'll go get an animal and bring him in one at a time.
I'll go get my alpha dog, Alfie. I'll show him to you.
Nice. Yay. Okay, it's pet time. I think it's going to be pet time. But finish your thought on Guthrie before we go get pet time here.
Yeah, I feel like, and I know you guys agree with this. We've talked about this before. Like, I think like within the first week, and I've had people defend him. Do what you got to do, but I'm going to blame it on Sheriff. I call him Sheriff because he made a whole bunch of uh-ohs. Okay,
Sheriff.
Phone called that. Sheriff.
I mean, he screwed up, in my opinion, in the very beginning by releasing the crime scene the way he did.
Absolutely.
He didn't, because his head was too big and his ego was too big. He didn't want to work with the FBI. So I think all of those things, if they did, I don't know why I got hiccups. Sorry, guys.
I had him at the beginning, so yeah.
You gave them to me. If he would have done those things, I think we could have had this solved. Maybe Nancy, because I'm unfortunately in my gut, I feel like she's passed on, sadly. Okay.
Yeah.
And maybe that wouldn't have had to happen. That's all I'm saying. You know?
Yeah.
It's a problem. I feel really bad for that family because I feel like things did not need to go the way they did. And here we sit now. They're searching for a body as compared to the fact that they could have maybe found and stopped the situation early on. And it's a big That's a damn shame. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. It's funny, so you bring that up on a side note. So one of our trainings today, was from, we have a force investigation unit. So whenever an officer discharges his firearm, or we have a innocent person or a perpetrator that is likely to die or does die from police custody or whatnot, there's all this, crazy investigation and all this stuff that's goes on with it. And I can't stress enough how important it is to maintain the integrity of the crime scene. So the lieutenant that was doing the presentation today, he showed us a picture of an officer so it was a shooting that happened, and this officer was like on the floor, like on his hands and knees, like looking at one of the bullets. And it's like, what the hell are you doing? Like, this smallest little thing, every little, you have to think about that. You have to really take it like this is one, if this was your family member that was involved in this, you would want every possible little piece of DNA. And every person, every animal, every person that walks into that crime scene has the potential of leaving, whether on purpose or not.
Yeah. Well, as an aside, I forgot to tell you this. I don't. Some of you may have been here a long time ago when I got a brand new kitten. We called him Xander, the crime-fighting kitten, and he made a couple of appearances. Xander is not so little anymore. This is the kitten you may have one time seen as Xander, the crime-fighting kitten. That's Xander. Xander is making his appearance on camera after growing up and becoming a big boy. And he's kind of sleepy because I just woke him up. So
he's beautiful.
Anyways, sorry to interrupt there, 1-1, but I was going to grab a cat. Oh, look, there's a dog on screen. Look at that. Look at that. Nice. Who's that critter?
This is Alfie the alpha dog.
Alfie the alpha dog.
Or Alfred.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Nice. Oh, and there's Carter.
Over here.
There my guy's upstairs. So
like it, dude.
Is it a bit? Yeah, your guy's big, but it have to take over the whole screen. Yeah.
Yes.
That's a big cat, Lee.
I know it's a big cat. Yeah. I'll go grab another one. I don't know why. Because
my cat's outside. I can't. He won't come to me right now at all. What's going on? Say hi, buddy.
He's cute. How old is he?
He is a year and a half, going on 2.
Aw. Now, what breed is he?
I'm pretty sure. What are you? He thinks he's human. What are you? You don't know. Pekingese. Pekingese.
Aw.
He's them Pekingese, huh? Say hi. Yeah. Why are you acting all weird? He hates this chair. He does not come to me when I'm in this chair. I have to fight with him to come to me.
The look on his face is like terror.
I think he thinks he's in trouble or something. Look over here, dude. See? Say hi, guys.
Look, there's a dog. There's a dog on screen.
See that kitty?
Yeah.
Get him?
Yeah.
This was the orange cat that we were supposed to give, and we decided we wanted an orange cat, and so we went and we looked for an orange cat, and then we got Xander. Then we realized he was more cream colored than orange, so then we saw another kitten come up and say, "Hey, we got your orange cat." So this is Icarus, and he is not thrilled with human beings. He's an independent little bastard.
He's a big boy too.
Oh, he's huge, and but he does not. He's not the most friendly guy in the world. When he wants attention, he'll come to you, but you better get him when he wants attention.
Okay, wait, I don't know why he's afraid of being over here. I don't get it. What's the matter with you?
Does
Maybe he doesn't like the computer.
The Corey Richens case.
Corey who?
Corey Richens.
No.
It's the girl or the lady who poisoned her husband.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Went ahead and wrote children's books for her children about
their
dad. They both the state and the defense rested today, just in case anybody cares about that one.
Did you say hi?
Wow. They did what with it?
They both rested. The state and the defense rested
today.
So there will be a verdict soon.
That's
Yeah, he's so
Okay.
ugly. He's cute.
Yeah.
He is. He is very cute.
Look
He's
at
very
his
cute.
eyes.
He
was
has
cute.
attitude.
You should have seen him when he was a puppy. I could not put him down.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, he's super cute. Super cute.
Say bye. Say bye.
Aw.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Elsie.
This is Oscar. This is Oscar. I had for 18 years.
Oh, yeah. We've got a similar thing. We had to put our favorite cat down and they're memorialized in a piece of glass.
Oliver's outside. He won't come to me right now. I don't know why. Probably because he knows he hates this. I have rats. What the hell are you talking about?
What?
Dago
Yeah,
has rats?
Oh,
What?
he has domesticated rats. Be nice.
Oh, the little dog.
Kidding.
Oh, Rugrats.
I had a
Yeah,
pitty one time.
Rugrat.
He was twice the size. I had a pit bull mixed with how does this work, Logan? I'm not very keen on dogs. English pit with something else, some kind of bully or something. Anyway, he looked like a cow. He was huge.
Was he mixed with Mastiff?
Nope.
No.
There were two different types of pit bulls.
English
was
bulldog.
tall.
Yeah, there are the two
They were
different
tall
types. Yeah.
and wide.
Not English bulldog. American bulldog and pit
That
bull.
was American bulldog.
That's what Bronx is.
But he was like 5 times his size. He was monstrous.
Yeah, they can get really big.
And he looked like a cow. His pattern, like his color pattern, he looked like a cow.
I
His name was
love it.
Eddie.
Really quick, by the way, because we don't have any real set topic tonight, and as a lot of times we don't, if nothing's breaking in the news. So if you guys want to come on screen, this is a good opportunity to take a live caller or two.
Come on.
So Robin, if you want to throw that out there and throw the thing, and if you guys want to copy it and paste it, put it in our private chat so the other channels can throw it on there as well if they want to have somebody on their side come up to our StreamYard Backstage. We'll get that and get
It's in
an
the
opportunity.
private chat, and I'll put it in our chat.
In addition, I will do a members only live later tonight for more intimate questions. Oh, believe me, it gets intimate. We had a hell of a night last night. In fact, I got a violation from YouTube saying you can't talk about the shit that you talked about last night. And make money. I know. They did too. But it was funny because I didn't even mean to have monetization turned on. So they just said you can't monetize this. And I'm like, I wasn't planning on monetizing it, but anyways, it is what it is. But we have real frank conversations when we get in there, apparently, because that shit went off the rails.
So I was informed I was supposed to tell you about Tomboy and Seahawks fans' cats. They have lots of animals, by the way, and all of their cats have the most interesting names. I'll just put it that way. And it was kind of interesting when I found out. They have named, and I'm probably going to mess it up, but I know the names of their cats are Meowse. Beyonce, Cat Benatar.
That's great.
I know she'll correct me here in a minute. Beyonce, Cat Benatar, and who the hell was the other one? Oh shit. It's another name like that. Kitty Purry. That's it.
That's awesome.
And their cats like literally will sit on Tomboy. Like when we're in the Discord, her cat will sit here and literally like give her a fucking full bath and clean her and try to eat her food. And I mean, her cats are a trip. It's hilarious.
That's hilarious.
Picture her standing outside calling for her cat. Meow.
Right. Exactly. They're very
real quick too. Oh, sorry.
It's very entertaining.
The cat that we just lost, we named Mr. Miyagi after kind of like Mr. Miyagi. Mr. Miyagi. Yeah, we had Mr. Miyagi. Yeah.
Yes. That's a good one.
Somebody was asking about how to get a membership on our side, and Amanda was saying it was the $sign. I thought it was when you're on a browser, you click on the join button because you can.
Yeah, it is the join button if you're on a browser.
When you're on a browser, click the join button to become a member, and we would appreciate.
Yeah, that's what I just put in the chat for them.
Yeah, and if you do join us, we can chat privately after this. We'll have a little private chat. So there you go.
So you named your chicken last night. Blondie, Dolly, Millie, and Billy, and Salt and Pepper. That's absolutely amazing.
You got to name a chicken Becky. Becky. Anyways, I just close that. Becky. All right. Well, This has gone off the rails. I don't want to show all of our animals. I gave you 2 animals. Although now that I just realized my wife just joined Backstage, so I wasn't going to get up and go grab all the animals. I've shown 2. I could have my wife bring the animal one at a time, but I don't know. We'll see. But
Tomboy said our daughter's chicken's name was Cluck Norris. Wow.
Nice.
Norris.
Cluck Norris. I love it. That is so amazing.
That is great.
Oh my gosh. Deontay and Cluck Norris. That's hilarious.
Almost thinking, my son named his cat Just Pussy. Try taking her to the vet.
Wow. How Peaches Goldsberry tried to become a member and found out they're already a member. That's hilarious. You probably got gifted a membership and didn't realize you've been gifted a membership. So welcome to the club.
You can usually tell, guys, if you're green, that means you're already
her name is Green. So wait a minute, was she green early? Oh, I guess when she joined, she probably would have gotten it green the whole time. So I won't be able to look back and see if it turned green. I've shown Rhonda. I showed Xander, the crime-fighting kitten, and Icarus. I haven't shown any other animals. Somebody wanted to see our dogs. They're a little trickier to hold, so I might need an assist on.
Are they little?
They're Chihuahuas, so they're small. But Chihuahuas also are very rambunctious, and they like
have rats
squirm.
too, then.
I have rats as well. Kick dogs is what I call them. Although I don't kick my dog, but we used to call them kick dogs.
Field goal dogs,
right? Soccer ball.
One of our dogs is a black lab Australian Shepherd mix. That's Riley, and then our other dog, our puppy, he is kind of like a Murphy. But he's a Bernedoodle instead of a Golden Doodle.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
I have a pig named Sergeant. That's hilarious.
Oh shit! I hear dogs. There's dogs. I just hear.
I heard
crap!
Footsteps. Yes.
Yeah. All right, come here. Oh, by the way, this one's got a sad story. I gotta get this one. This one, a Chihuahua. We experienced a very, very sad phenomenon with her. Chihuahuas have, what was it? IBS? IBDD. She had her back go out on her. It's a common thing with Chihuahuas. And her back went out, and her back legs now don't really function. So she's got a drunken gait. We almost put her down because they said it was kind of irreversible and will get worse with time. And so her back's going to go out eventually. And it's sad. But she's full of piss and vinegar despite having some wobbly back legs. So
is she full Chihuahua or is she mixed?
I think she's full Chihuahua, isn't she? Or does she mix? I don't know.
She might be Manson too.
Yeah. Why don't you get her wheels?
Okay. And then there's Minnie.
It really depends on her comfort level. Like we have to talk about, her comfort level. And this is our other one, our other Chihuahua. She's much bigger and much more of a pain in the ass. She's an escape one.
That one looks like my Oscar did, and my Oscar was mixed Chihuahua with he was a Pomchi. So yeah.
There's part of our zoo.
Yeah, part of our zoo. Yep, that was part of our zoo. Woo! I smell like dog, and I got hair flying all over the fucking place. All right. All right. So
they're cute.
Those are the critters. Yeah. Thank you, Susie Q. Or did Susie Q become a member of our channel or somebody else's channel?
Nope. She became a member of ours, I believe.
This is the problem of having that combined chat. I'm like, which one is it? It's ours. Thank you, Susie Q, for becoming a member as well.
Yeah. Yep, it's ours. Yeah.
Hang out with us tonight if you're a late nighter, or I don't know where you're at. But
by the way, I threw the link for anybody that's on my side of things. If you want to join the panel over here, the link is in the chat as well. Feel free to jump up here and give one of us a hard time, I guess.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, speaking of a hard time, I have a new antagonist on my channel. There's a guy, and I won't even mention his name, but all he's doing is going on multiple of my cases and shitting all over my videos and what an idiot I am. And I'm like, it would have been one thing if he had picked one, but he's picking multiple of my cases and shitting on me on all of my things. So I'm like, this guy's new pastime. And I have to ask him, like, why? What motivates you to come to a channel you clearly don't agree with and just spend all your time fucking shitting on my videos? Like, what? It's gotta be personal.
He's jealous. Yeah, he's jealous of you.
Yeah. It's weird.
If you have haters, you're doing something right.
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah.
You must be jealous.
Invite him to the panel.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We're inviting people up. He'll probably my heckler will come up here and shit on me on camera.
Maybe he's not smart enough to do it on his own, like do his own channel. So he's gotta
if he can stand.
Says that the weirdos are coming out again.
Oh, you got 2 more kitties.
Oh my God! And they're getting the lights.
Wow.
Like that.
Calico.
These, yeah, these girls. These
Look at the
these
one
are
with their
Mex-
arm
these are these are Mexican kitties. These girls we got both at you can take them because they're squirrely. We got them during October from a rescue that got them from Mexico, and so we named them because of their coloring and stuff like that. Holy crap! I'm going nuts. I can't even get them turned over to my wife.
How many do you have?
We have 4 cats and 2 dogs. You've seen them all now.
That's
So anyways,
Oh my God.
yeah, so we called them Pumpkin and Cece for candy corn. So we named them after a Halloween theme. So Pumpkin is one of them, and candy corn or Cece. We never call her candy corn, we call her Cece. But for
pretty.
candy corn and pumpkin. So
I like their color. I love Calico.
Oh, we got someone.
We have a taker. Like
We gotta take her.
And
I gotta take a wicked piss. I'll be right back.
Of course, you gotta take it. Bail it out before the show goes to shit.
Thanks for sharing, one.
Wicked piss
Gotta take
out.
All right, are we ready for Critic Rick to come up on stage with us? Let's
Yeah.
do it.
Let's do it.
I can't wait to see how this goes. Let's hold on. I got to get my mouse. I've got 4 cats, 2 dogs, and a mouse, but I can't get control of my mouse. All right. Critic Rick, are you there? You're muted at the moment, so make sure you unmute yourself.
Isn't he from your community, Logan?
Oh yeah.
I thought so, yeah. I've seen him in mine once or twice.
You are live. What's up?
Can you hear us?
Oh, I can hear you so faintly.
Hey, what's
I
up,
think
DA?
you've got your mic turned on.
How
but
are
it's-
you all?
What?
There he
Oh,
is.
good.
yeah.
There we go.
There you
There
are.
we go.
Excellent. We got you. What's going on?
Delay.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
There might be a delay, Rick. You might have to refresh your screen and it might bring you closer to where we're at.
Yeah, I was closing up.
Yeah, there's a delay.
Try to if you hear this, because there's such a wicked delay, close and rejoin the link. So close your browser, relaunch it, and then re-grab the link, if you will, and we'll try to get you in and see if that'll refresh it.
It should work.
All right.
So we'll wait and see if he begs. There it goes. All right.
I never
Cool.
understood why that happens like that. It's weird.
I don't know.
Who is asking?
Did you guys see that
Ask man.
somebody doxed Jeff H today?
No. What?
Where? When?
Phoenix.
How?
Showed
Phoenix did?
his full name, where he works, everything.
Oh, good lord!
Really?
That's not cool. I don't
That
think
is
that's
not.
No,
that
I
is
don't
not
like.
good.
I don't like that either. Yeah, I don't like that either.
Mm,
No, that's not cool at all. And when
No,
did
it's
this
not.
happen?
earlier today.
Yeah.
That's not good. I don't believe in doing that. I mean, anyways, I'm not trying to shit on another creator, but I don't really like that myself. But
I mean, I surely wouldn't want it to be me, so I wouldn't do it to somebody else.
Yeah.
Whether you think he's a CIA agent or FBI or whatever, like, you don't need to do that.
Did they think that? Did they think they were a CIA agent or something? Oh, interesting.
No, that's going too far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. He's annoying. He's caused.
Oh,
issues, but
Defense Rest says if Critic Rick is in a different time zone, then he'll need to email the link. I'm not sure. We've got people who are in different time zones that have no problem whatsoever. However, emailing the link might be doing something. For some reason, the link from chat only connects to Wi-Fi connection and not a stable connection. I'm not sure. I've never had problems with our panelists who are in other time zones.
No.
The channel, so.
No. Huh. That's weird.
Anybody else? Throw the link out there again, because maybe Critic Rick doesn't even have the link again. Because remember, we asked him to come back.
Wait
And
a
he's probably
minute.
like, "What's the link?" Let's throw the link out there. See who who salutes. We'll
Do me a
anybody
favor,
else?
Lee. Remove some of your assets so that if people are popping up, I can definitely see them backstage. There we
You
go.
want me to
Yeah.
remove my ass? Move your fat ass.
Yes,
off
remove
the
your
screen.
ass.
All right.
No.
Get your ass.
So that, yeah, there we go.
Oh.
I don't know where he went.
Yeah, maybe
probably
he's-
trying to refresh everything.
Maybe we need to
Probably.
send the link. Did you put the link back in the chat so people can grab it again?
I did.
There he
There
is.
we go. Here he is.
Oh,
All right, here we go. Let's try it. Oh, there's a big spinny circle. That means camera. Oh,
What
okay.
is 1-1 doing?
Being
I
1-1.
don't- Like 1-1-1-1-1. Critic Rick, you're muted. Your mic is muted. Your camera's off, but you are on camera. Let's see if we can get you. Are you there?
There we go.
Can you hear us?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I can.
Yeah.
No delay.
Yes, I can.
Good stuff.
hey, Critic Rick, how are you?
All right.
Sweet.
Hello.
Welcome.
Good evening.
Welcome, bro.
Hi.
I'm
Good
doing I'm
evening.
doing good.
What do you got for us? It looks like we do have a little bit of delay,
What
so
are we
I will
talking
be. I will talk a little less often to let you talk. Do you have a question or a comment or just saying hi? What would you like to ask the panel?
What do you guys think of which current cases will be overturned, if any, this year?
Good question. Of the ones that I'm looking at, honestly, I feel like the only one that really has a possibility of being overturned is Richard Allen in the Delphi case. I think we're way too early in Brian Koberger's case to see an overturning
right.
of that kind of case. So I would say out of all of them, it would be Richard Allen's case. It looks like most of my panel is kind of agreeing with that.
Yep.
Yeah.
I agree.
Definitely.
Do you have thoughts on
Yep.
on what you
What do you
think?
guys think about the Murdoch? Yeah. What about the Murdoch case? Since it's looking like it's going to be reopened, that's going to be a good one.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yes.
You
Yes.
mean
I
Yeah.
agree.
reopened? I didn't really follow that one, just the basics of it. But
Oh, yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
They're working
And
on
it-
it right
Yeah.
now.
In fact,
that one quickly turned really fast. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard there's a lot of reasons why it should be reopened. Was it the housekeeper's testimony that was part of the big problem in that case? And again, for those who don't know, we've had Ali Benevento on our channel, right? A criminal defense attorney from South Carolina. She knew the Murdochs, and she told me it was funny because back when I used to talk to Ali regularly, she's like, Lee, you need to get into the Murdoch case. It's gonna be reopened. So I think she thinks it's gonna be reopened, and she thinks it should be reopened, or at least she thinks it should. I don't know if she thinks it's going to, but she at least thought it should, and she thought we should talk about it. So yeah.
Did you say you're not real familiar, Logan, with that one?
The Murdoch case?
Yeah.
So I don't know like the really deep, in-depth details like I do Idaho and some other cases, but I did follow it.
I was gonna
There's
say
some crazy stuff. Crazy
It
stuff.
is.
I was gonna say if you didn't, I think Netflix put it out. There's a really decent like docu they put on that one. It's really good and it kind of delves pretty deep into it. So if you didn't,
Was it a while ago? Like a year ago?
Yeah, I think
yeah.
so.
Yeah.
I think it
saw
was.
then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched
oh, you
it.
did see it? Okay, it was
Yeah.
pretty good. I like that.
Yeah, it was good.
Twiz in our chat thinks that he will get a new trial, but he'll be convicted again because he's still guilty. That's sounds like so. Yeah. What do you guys think? Do you think he's guilty? Do you think?
I don't. Are you talking about Alan?
You talking?
No, I'm talking about
No, Murdoch.
Murdoch. I do. Yeah. I
Yeah,
do.
Yeah.
I mean,
I do.
everything they showed us. I mean, it's like, it's right there. So
Yeah, that video, the video of with the dog, that's
was
what
like-
kind of does him in.
That's
That
the nail in the coffin,
last
right?
video.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's on the video.
I mean, what else? What other?
But
what else would that? What else
I was
could you
gonna say-
explain that video with? You know what I'm saying? There's no other way to explain it.
Yeah.
That's why when they
If I
said
may.
they were going to reopen
I
it,
was
I'm
going to
like,
say, not
what are
only
you
is
gonna
the
do?
housekeeper,
go ahead, Rick. Keep going.
Yeah, the housekeeper. Yeah, there was something about the
I was going
housekeeper.
to say, not only is it the housekeeper, and it's also about the clerk, that the clerk was caught passing or influencing the jurors.
Yeah.
So that's what
Yes.
makes it more interesting, because
Yep.
if the
Sure.
judge does
Yeah.
reopen it and the clerks did meddle, that can be grounds to pretty much.
Definitely.
I mean, it would be a mistrial, or you
Yes.
could really
Yeah.
reopen it,
And
but
that-
it gives them a chance.
But
Yeah.
I think the thing is like Twiz said, they're going to go back through and redo the entire trial, and he will be found
Right.
guilty again. There's
Right.
no two ways, in my opinion.
The
so.
case is crazy, and
Yeah.
I mean, it goes all the way back to even that car accident You know, you got the boating accident. There's the boating
boating
thing,
accident,
and then there's a car, and there's a car accident
Even Smith.
that involves well, the boating accident we know involves them. The car accident is that's like, you know, it's like a rumor. We don't know, but I believe that the son was involved in the car accident, and that was also a big cover up. So
I agree with you on that one.
Yeah.
And it's funny because how do people feel? I mean, it's a great thing to discuss in a global concept, which is, let's say you think Murdoch was guilty, but they did fuckery in the case. So do you believe in doing it right? And if you fucked up the case and you did things illegal, it should be retried? Or do you like, well, they got the right guy, ultimately the ends justify the means? Because I'm not an ends justifies the means kind of guy.
No,
I'm like, if you fucked up, you fucked up. You got to redo it.
You can't do that. You can't do the ends justify the means, because then if you say the ends justify the means, then with each case that comes, they're going to push it a little more and a little more and a little further. And at some point, like, why even have a justice system at all?
Yeah. Good questions.
So, Critic Rick, have you always been into true crime, or did you join true crime recently? What was the first case you got into?
I can tell you a little bit about it, and I've told it back at Birdie's before. Like, I do have a history with cases, like helping with cases. So locally and like in the state, just like stuff that I know of, like I can help out what I can and stuff. Like, I'm good at researching and stuff, so I have helped out several cases. So that's why,
like an investigator for a defense or a prosecution kind of help out, or just helping out with true crime channels.
More kind of like more like a consultant.
To a defense team or to a prosecution team?
No, like to law enforcement.
Oh, okay. Very cool.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. So I have several, like, throughout my history, like, of several cases that I helped out on, and even locally, like, if there's something that comes up, like, they will reach out to me, or even the media does. Like, I've done a ton of interviews, like a lot of them. So that's how my little background is.
Are you able to tell us which cases that you helped on, or is that something you need to keep on the DL?
On specifics, I can't. I told Birdie before that, like, I can give like kind of like a general idea, but a specifics no, because then it would dox me. Like, if whatever whatever gets out, stuff like that. Like, yeah,
absolutely. No, don't ever do that. Just
but
curious.
Yeah, in general, there's been like, exactly. Yeah, so there's general talking about, right? There's been like shootings, or there's a missing person, stuff like that. That's why I like the Guthrie case, and almost like Win-Win. That's why I always usually ask him, because he does come from law enforcement. I can correlate with him more. Like, I mean, the details and stuff like that. For me, it's very easy. Like, all that stuff, like, people overlook it, even the media. But for me, or like Win-Win, we see stuff like very different. Like, detail works. Something that gets overlooked for us can be very easily details like height, weight, kind of shoe size, etc., general direction where someone might have fled, or even the general vicinity of a radius that you can look at for cameras. For me, it's pretty easy to do all that stuff.
Well, let me ask you real quick then, since you said that, if you don't mind, of course, like, just in your opinion, you don't have to like give any details if you know anything, obviously, but what do you think happened in the Nancy Guthrie case, in your opinion? I'm curious to know.
Yeah, so I have covered just briefly on it, right? I think it was someone known to the family, and there's been a debate even on the media. Was it a pro? Was it not? And I think someone asked me, I don't know in what community it was, well, do you think it was a family member or stuff? And I was like, no, not really. Like, I don't think it's a family member, because based on what I saw, the blood drops, etc., I did do a summary of how it went down, and even when they left with her, I speculated that she had to be disabled. When I say disabled, means she had to be hit, like to collaborate with whoever's taking her. Meaning he's
Yeah.
not going to be fit enough to carry her. So a family member, if it was to do it, you kind of feel bad. Even a mother to a parent, like hitting your own kid, like you feel for them, so you can't really do it, right? So for me, it can't be a family member. You wouldn't be able to live with yourself, even like you would want to turn her in. One way or another, you're not going to get rid of her, right? So
Right.
to me, that's the one key thing that makes it not a family member, but someone within the circle. Definitely, that has the ins and outs, the timing, whenever they're home, whenever they're not home, etc.
Right.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And the fact that whoever did this obviously had, based on the fact that they said that they were getting search warrants and stuff, looking for drugs and stuff that could be taken, to me means that this has to be someone. This wasn't a spontaneous crime. This had to be someone that knew some of her ailments and whatnot. So
Thank you, You're Enough, for the $10 super chat. We appreciate you.
That was a good point. Do you, if I can ask you again, do you believe in the whole the ransom side to this, Rick, by chance, and how that all went down? What do you think of that?
No, so on the part of the ransom, right? To me, early on, it was very specific, and I mentioned this before in several communities. When you hear about a ransom, right, you usually hear like dollars amount. You hardly ever, and I don't know if one has heard about this in his area, a ransom coming in for a specific currency. You never hear a currency. You always hear a dollar amount.
Yeah. Right. Right.
That dollar amount can be very inflated, and if it's very inflated, means that person's working as a group or organization that has to be split. That's why it's so large. But if it's a specific currency, that means it gives you a little bit about detail of what kind of person did this. Like, was it the currency because they knew that the family had that kind of currency? Then you start thinking, okay, the Guthrie's do have that kind of currency, so that means he knows them that well to ask for that kind of currency.
Good point.
But when the ransom came in, the first one, and it didn't meet the deadline, then the second one, no one's gonna hold on to a person for the second ransom if you're asking for something. Like they're gonna, the longer it drags, the higher the chance you're gonna get caught. So they're gonna cut their losses and be like, you know what, I'll leave it as I did a break-in or whatever. They catch me, right? I won't have that person, so they can't charge me for so and so forth, right? So you want to cut your losses.
Good points. Good points. And real quick, thank you real quick.
Yeah, Bianca's dropping a couple of memberships for both of us, both True Crime Cafe and for Devil's Advocate. So thank you. I was saying the same thing, Dago.
And
you too. Nice.
Yeah, thank you.
Spreading the love.
Bianca's on fire.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Bianca. You're amazing.
I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
And welcome iHockey to the Sauce.
Well, very cool. I'm glad that you.
Happy birthday, Grammy Tammy.
I'm glad that you came up and asked
share that with me.
Yeah, happy birthday, Grammy. Yeah, exactly. Today, the same birthday as me. I just made that connection. I'm like, this is funny. I was just going to like, happy birthday. Like I didn't know it was my birthday. Hey, we have the same birthday. Crazy. So anyways, thanks, Critic Rick, for coming up and asking questions. And by the way, anybody else that's out there, you've got about 25 more minutes that we can take another caller if anybody else wants to come on as well. We don't need to kick Critic Rick off if he wants to ask another question, but if anybody else wants to come up, we'll play it by ear. So Critic, if you want to hang out with us, that's cool. And if you want to wait until somebody joins and then bug out at that time as well, it's up to you. But just letting people know we're in the mood for a melody. And so if you want to join us, you can come play along with our panel. And you were muted, Dago. I see your face moving, but your lips
we
are...
appreciate your input too, Rick. All you guys. Every time you jump in here and share anything, we really appreciate hearing it.
Yeah, definitely. I can hang. I'll wait. If someone wants to join, I'll jump out.
Yeah. let's see. I was thinking if so are you're did you say that you're a follower on Logan's channel primarily, or which channels do you follow? I'm curious, like, to know what cases, what cases you follow,
So,
the ones that we.
So I do follow. I follow Birdies, I follow Dago, and I follow Logan, and of course yours.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Critic Rick, aren't you in the process of kind of starting your own platform?
Go ahead. Yeah. Actually, I started, I think last month. Yeah, so I started putting out some videos out there, just going slowly on the things that I notice more about the case. I don't want to do like a whole like 10, 20, 30 videos of something, because I know people do get fatigue from it. So I just want to focus on the main areas that are important to me that I notice. But I wanted to ask Dago about today. He did a live regarding the WSU lawsuit. Dago, do you think this is starting to crumble really quick?
The lawsuit?
Yeah.
I don't know that it's crumbling quick. If it does, I think it will slowly break down, is what I think is going to happen. If it were to break down, but I think it will slowly, unless there's a big push, then I can see it happening that way. Yes.
WSU has already basically admitted in their response that Brian Kohberger was absolutely the person who committed this crime. And that's probably because he, was in court and said, yes. Not that he confessed, just that he said yes. But now that this whole fingerprint thing, which to me proves obviously that there was somebody else at the time of the crime that excludes Brian Kohberger, I wonder if they can use that at all, or backtrack in a sense to completely get out of it.
Well, I was going to ask something, and I forgot earlier when you brought this up, because it's a good point. Okay. Here's my question to this. Wouldn't that be considered very like real deal evidence that should be new evidence, obviously, to expose? Because it was never brought up in any documents, anything that I saw, which in turn should be able to roll the case. I would imagine it would prove that there's somebody else in that house.
Well, it wasn't a document that fingerprint was, I think it's L5, was Brian Kohberger was excluded.
Oh, okay.
So It was in there. It was just never talked about. So nobody really knew until Pop brought it to light recently.
Yeah, because I don't remember seeing it anywhere. So, but thank you. I didn't know that. L5. Okay. I did see that. You're right. Okay.
You don't know until you know.
And the pop was it hit me like a ton of bricks, but it was staring me right in the face the whole time, and I didn't think about it that way.
It was the only place they found anything in the kitchen was behind the black backsplash of the sink and on that door handle. So, that's interesting. That tells you, in my opinion, that that's kind of where whoever the other person when the house was, or the person was in that kitchen for sure. And I still think something happened in that kitchen by the door.
Yeah. And we know that, it was rumored before that, Bethany saw a naked guy. Well, I'm wondering, was there somebody who took off all their clothes and changed before exiting the door? And that's why there is a print with no glove? Is there truth to that?
Could be.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Gus Twist says, I do remember that now, that the defense talked about fingerprint issues over a year ago. That's a good point. Yeah. Excuse me.
Certainly.
Wouldn't that be a Brady violation? Yes.
Which thing?
Tiny true crime.
Wouldn't what be a Brady?
I think she's talking about the print.
How would that be a Brady violation?
I think there was a
if it's exculpatory information that they withheld
that
from
part. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I got you. No, I'm sorry. I was thinking something else. Got you.
Yeah.
Okay. Good points. BK Steve just proved they should have had BK's timing data. If not, yeah, agreed. There's no way they didn't. If they had, listen, folks, if they had Maddie and Xana's timing advanced, there's no way they didn't have Brian. There's just no way. I'm sorry. You couldn't make me believe that.
Well, not only that, they had 38. It's in the document. They said they had 3,800 people in that area.
In the phone dragnet, right?
The timing advance. They had 3,800 people. So you're gonna tell me they didn't have BKs?
Right.
It's a load of shit.
It wasn't your fault, Tiny True Crime. It was me. I misread it.
I thought, I think they have Brian Koberger's timing advanced, but didn't they come out and say the only reason we have Maddie and Xana's is because they belong to the same phone company, and that's the only phone company that has it?
They did, but here's the thing. That 7-day thing, that doesn't pertain to the FBI.
That's not the FBI.
They don't have there's no delay or no time thing. That's why it pissed me off so bad when Hitler went that and said, well, he didn't take into account the 7 days, because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. And they had somebody, if he would have let him speak that day, Boyd Jackson would have been able to explain that, and he didn't allow it because he knew that was going to give the answer, and boom, it would have caused a problem right there. Go ahead, Lisa.
Do you want to see if we can get Twiz up here? Because Twiz is all over the timing advance thing, and he's trying to correct people in the chat about Twiz. So Twiz, if you're willing to come up, please come up and share again with some of the knowledge of because this is kind of like his uber focus is the timing advance records, the Sci-Ray stuff. This is his wheelhouse, and
we like we love Twiz.
Yeah,
we've had some good experience.
Put the link out there.
And Lucy just said that the AT&T
not tonight.
Tower,
Twiz says, "Fuck Twiz." God damn it!
Lucy just said the AT&T tower dump data is available for 60 days. Period. Brian was arrested on day 47.
Right.
Yeah.
There you go. Come on, Twiz.
He said, "Not tonight. Not tonight."
Aw, Twiz.
I know.
He has a headache.
You have a headache.
Twiz is dangling.
Kidding.
She says
tomorrow night. Yeah,
tomorrow.
So those. By the way, those who want to hear, Twiz often has really good shit when it comes to the timing advance stuff. So if you guys want to hear that, you'd be in for a treat on that night. So make sure you come tomorrow night if he's going to join us to talk about that, because he's got some really good ways of explaining that. So
don't forget tomorrow is F It Friday.
Fuck it Friday. That's where we're gonna. Are we going a little looser on Fridays? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah.
I thought that's what you
said. Can we get any looser on this show? We're pretty freaking loose, I think, on this.
Eyelashes, and lingerie.
I can wear my baby.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's why the FBI doc filed April. It says extortion. See, that's. I have a huge question about that.
By the way, before I forget, I do want to do a members only live after this show, a little bit after the show closes, but I would like my panelists, if you guys can, to hang out after the show closes. I want to talk to you about something off screen when we get done with this show. So I just want to make sure I don't forget to tell you that for sure. I'd like to talk to you guys if you can hang out just for a few minutes afterwards. You guys usually do, but I just want to make sure you don't bail out early tonight if you can help.
You got to let Logan take the dog to the bathroom first.
All right, but I get time and a half after.
Holy shit, I just realized that we have another Friday the 13th coming this month. We just had one last month.
Tomorrow's Friday the 13th. Yeah.
Yes.
I love it.
Yeah, we better just keep it loose.
Yeah, that's it. If Amanda's listening, Amanda does our thumbnails. If Amanda's listening, we need a Friday the 13th themed thumbnail for tomorrow. That's going to be necessary.
How I started my show last month when we had it. I opened it up with the intro to the Friday the 13th thing. So
nice. It's sad that we can't even get away on YouTube with playing the fucking Friday the 13th little intro music, or they'd fucking hit us with copyright infringement and shit.
No, I didn't get hit by even a warning. I played it and it was fine. They didn't
really
hit me for it. Yeah, I got away.
They are on my ass like white on rice and a cup of milk and a paper plate in a snowstorm. They're like all over me.
Yeah, I got away with it. Now that I said that, I probably won't. But anyway.
Right. All right. Any Critic Rick? Any last
Tomorrow.
question? We got about 15 minutes. You want to fire anything at us or ask any question, even if it's some off the wall, bizarre ass shit.
Ooh.
You're on stage for another question or a comment.
Yeah. All right. What do you think was the correct timeline that the events happened? Meaning the tax. How long did it take? And the people, how long did they take to actually clean it up? Because we know that it got cleaned up.
Ooh.
So how long did
That's
it
a
take?
good one.
All of it.
Good question.
Like, when did it, from start to finish, when did everything go down, and when did they finish up?
Yeah.
I could jump in. Oh, go ahead, Lee.
Because I mean,
okay. I've got thoughts. Who wants to go first?
Yeah. So
Go for it.
Just real quick, we've talked about it several times. I believe that. So I do think that it's highly possible that Ethan was in some kind of fight with someone from the frat party. There's all kinds of witnesses and stuff. Now, could both be true? Could he have gotten into some kind of fight that had nothing at all to do with the murder? That what happened. Absolutely. So it could be two separate events. I know that there's other people out there and they're like, oh, there was no fight and this and that. And well,
but how much for the cleanup? What are you thinking about the cleanup?
Well, yeah, again, I'll get there. So,
okay.
So I believe this whole incident. So I believe there was some kind of fight with Ethan, whether that had to do with him getting killed or not. There's that. But I do think with Kaylee and Maddie that their part of this incident started exactly when their phones go silent. Now, I know phones are not proof of life. We've talked about this many times. But the fact that, and Dago's mentioned it a bunch of times, you watch the Corner Club, that hour video, and you watch the food truck, and Kaylee's on her phone nonstop. So the fact that her phone, they're texting, and that's also the thing. They're calling and texting. She's calling and texting Jack, like whatever it was, 10, 11 times. And then all of a sudden it just goes black, goes silent. And also Maddie's phone goes silent. So I don't think necessarily that they were killed at 2:55 or 2:56, but I believe that whatever started to happen involving them happened at that moment that their phones went dead. And the cleanup, I think the cleanup probably started right away. There are some witnesses, some that won't reveal their true identity, that have come forward that said that the kids on campus were getting Snapchats and texts. One guy specifically said he knows 1,000% because he's always shows up to work on time, and he had to go to work that day for 9:30, and he remembers getting Snapchats at 9 a.m. that it first started. That the first thing was that the first message that went through was that all the kids that they that there was a gunshot. That was the first thing.
Overdose.
Well, overdose. Right. There was an overdose. Then there was a thing about a knife. There was a stabbing. There was also a thing,
the gunshots. Yeah.
Right. And then the gunshot as well.
I was gonna say, so give us a definitive time you think it was. Give us a time, a specific time you think cleanup was maybe over by.
I think total cleanup. I think it probably finished sometime around like 10 in the morning. The cleanup part.
Okay.
They had the doors open. I think that somehow something between the college and law enforcement were involved in trying to finagle something with this. To me, I don't know. We know why. Everything's always about money, but I think it was probably around in the late morning. I do.
All right. So Robin, what do you think? What's your best guess if there was a cleanup? When do you think it ended? I got my guess, but I'm going to save mine last, I guess. So
I'm going to say around 8:30 in the morning. That's just my guess.
Just and based on nothing, or you're just guessing? I mean, because I've got a similar guess, but I've got it based on something. So
I think it has to do with kind of when that one guy was walking by and the door was open. So I think they were already gone by that point.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. How about Logan? You got
I want to say two things. I want to say thank you to Bianca for the $10 super chat. You are so much appreciated. So sweet. Also, I want to let everybody know that the hand in the Guthrie case, it has been debunked.
Okay.
What was it?
It was a hand, but it wasn't any like a body or anything.
So it was a hand.
Somebody like taking a nap or something?
Was it a mannequin? What?
It was somebody that was already out there like looking and stuff.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
All
I
right,
was wondering what the hell that was.
What else do you got? What's your timing guess on cleanup?
So I do think that things started in the 2 a.m. hour. The family says 2 a.m. and then we were told in the beginning by all sorts of different media that supposedly confirmed with police. Why am I echoing?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I hear that too.
That supposedly confirmed with police that it was between the 3 and 4 o'clock hour, and then suddenly it changed to after 4 o'clock, which because it had to match the suspect vehicle one.
The suspect vehicle one, right? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
So I do think the cleanup happened in the 4 o'clock hour, but then I think they were gone. And like Robin said, that's why the door was open still until 11 o'clock. But then I want to know who shut the door.
All right, Dago, what's your guess on cleanup time and when it ended?
I think that everything went on between 12:30 and 3. Okay, and then I think the cleanup commenced and did not end until between like 10 and 11 the next morning.
Mhm.
That's when everything.
That's what I think too.
That's what my opinion is. Not.
All right. My guess, and then we'll let Critic Rick answer it since he's the one that asked the question. My guess has been around 8:30 in the morning, just like Robin, and for many of the same reasons. I think I factor in the very likely possibility that Murphy was returned to the house sometime around 6:30 in the morning. That wouldn't have happened until the cleanup was mostly done, when they would bring the dog back into the house. So I think the cleanup part was done by 6 o'clock in the morning. I think the front door was left open and witnessed by somebody by 8 o'clock in the morning. And I think the front door was open because they wanted somebody to walk into the house and discover the scene. The girls in the house didn't want to be the ones to have to call 911. And they had hoped, like a son of a bitch, that somebody else would walk in on the scene and be the one to discover it, so they can act like I had no idea this was coming. We were all sleeping. The plan went to shit when nobody walked into the house, even with the door wide open. And somebody was like, fucking call 911 already. You can't sit there on this forever. And so I think it was over sometime, the cleanup, sometime around 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. Maybe the door was opened at 8 o'clock in the morning or ish when it was discovered open. And so that's what I kind of think is, and I think somebody left the scene. I do think somebody left the scene at 4 something in the morning when the car drives away. I think maybe one of the killers had left the house, but the cleanup crew was continuing. But that's all pulling it out of my ass. So
I will.
Rick, what do you think, by the way?
Nice. I think Lee got it pretty close to what I have been thinking of. Definitely so let me do it basically how it happened, right? So the attacks, and I've said it many years now, many people look for a vehicle leaving or entering. To me, the attackers walked there. They were known to the area, so they know where all the cameras are and what to avoid, so they won't be on the cameras. They know about the Pumpkin balcony camera. They know about the Linda Lane camera. They're not going to go through there. So they know the area. So they didn't need a vehicle to get in or out from there. They basically just walked in. To me, the attackers blended in. The house was known for parties, a lot of people going in and out. So they didn't need to break in. They didn't need to jump in through the balcony or anything like that through the back. They were basically let in. And how did they exit? They didn't go through the back. They didn't sneak out anywhere. Your best bet at going in or leaving out without anyone suspecting anything is to leave out through the front door. If you leave out through the back or anything like that, the neighbors are going to think something happened, and that's why you're being very, very suspicious. But once you walk like you own it, or like that you are there to do business or whatever, no one's gonna think twice about you. You just walk in and walk out. Now, the attacks, yeah, they can be fast, but they were fast not because one person did it or a professional did it. It was because of the manpower. 3 to 4 people, and the attacks were simultaneously, meaning like you're gonna do them at the same time. You're not gonna be struggling or wondering if someone's gonna walk in on you. And then right after that, then the people who are gonna be cleaning were already inside the house. No one's gonna be coming in, driving in with chemicals or anything like that to clean it. You have everything inside already. So it happened right after that. That's around 3 to 4 o'clock when everything starts, and the cleanup's not going to take you hours. It's going to be literally only cleaning up anything that pertains to the attackers. You're not going to be cleaning up specific areas all over the place. You're just going to wipe down whatever might come back to you. But
if I can, I want to add something to that.
The other thing that they have to clean up.
Go ahead, Rick. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So the main thing that they have to clean up is your tracks. Nothing that leads in or out. If you leave something with a blood trail leading to one specific location, they're gonna hover all over that area. So you're not gonna leave anything on the floor. That's why it's so clean, like that you can't see tracks in or out. And literally, you could do it in about 2 hours, 1 hour and a half if you're just focusing on anything that's gonna come back to you. And the doors were left open because of the smell. Anything that cleaning supply is going to have, it's the smell. But definitely, by the time that it was done, like 6, 7 a.m. at the latest, everything is just rehearsal. What are you going to be saying on the phone call? Who is going to show up to be out there with you? The more, the merrier. That's why there was a group out there. If you have 1 or 2 survivors alone, you're going to get arrested. You're going to get arrested no matter what. Whether it's going to be for the 24, 48 hours that they can legally detain you, or you're actually going to get booked. But the more the merrier. That's why there were so many people out there. Go on, Dago.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to jump on you like that. I thought you were done. But I want to add something that I completely forgot about until you just said something. 3 years ago, and we just talked about this 2 days ago, 3 days ago again. WSU mom Kim had put out some information that she had learned from some other people that I had completely forgot about, and she reminded me of it. That at some point they were working on the house, on the inside of the house, to get ready for the next group of people that were going to be coming through this house. They were doing repairs, repainting, patching walls, blah 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 blah. Mm-hmm. And there was talk that there were tarps and stuff that were all throughout the house that were laid down, blah blah blah, this and that, everything else. When we got the photographs from the crime scene, stuff like that, Kim pointed out, she's like, you realize, Dago, that none of that was in those photographs. There was nothing there, which is true. So it made me wonder if the people in the house if those things were there. Let me clarify this. If those things were in the house, this was a thing, blah, 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 whatever. Mm-hmm. If they used that stuff to clean up the mess that they had, and then the people that left the house took that shit with them, burnt it, whatever the hell they did with it. You know what I mean? Along with the murder weapons and blah, blah, blah. So it's always been a thought, and it was just reminded to me the other day about it. I completely forgot about that. So yeah, that's a good point, and I do believe there were a lot of people there in the beginning that left, probably up to, that's why I think it ended finally around 10, 11. They were trying to come up with what the story was going to be that whole rest of the period of time, so on and so forth, and then they got everything set, and boom, everything went into action.
And I want to add to what Critic Rick said, which is that at least one way I know you can get to the house off camera, right? Which is basically that walkway that's beside the house from where Jack DeCour's place is at, roughly. Not to use, but just to use as a frame of reference. You can literally walk through the walkway beside the house, the lower house beside 1112. And you can get to the King Road house off camera without anybody seeing you. In addition, I think you can approach 1122 King Road residence through the intersection coming through the White's apartments, that little walkway straight from there. there. Where again, you saw the footage of the police
the
officers that
walkway.
were sitting out there at the Banfield stop. That's a straight shot to 1122 King, and I don't believe it's on camera.
Yep, that
So
one.
to Critic Rick's point, there are two entry points that people can converge on that house without ever being on camera, and that's just two. There's probably more that you can get there, but those are two ways to get straight to the house and back out without being on camera.
What about from the back where the Moya is?
You could have came
house?
from that way too. Yeah, there's a stairwell back there that brings you to that back parking lot, and then down
that's
to
what
the
I
back
thought.
if you wanted to,
Right.
yeah. The problem is with the other, and this is what I've always wondered, is when you went there, Lee. I don't know if you saw this or not, but when Rory went there, there were cameras. If you're standing in front of the front door of the 1122 house, looking directly across the street, like where the dumpster and shit, all that was, there were 3 cameras at the minimum that we saw when he was there, boots on the ground, because he was looking for them. Now, whether they were ever active or not, I don't know. But if they were there, I would imagine they were there for a reason. They were on the backside of the Whites and whatever that other house on the corner was. So they either, and I think that's what Jules was looking for when she was asking for all cameras besides the 1112, because I truly believe there were other cameras. Where's that footage?
Yeah.
Or did they trash that because it actually shows something? Maybe.
Real quick, I saw this comment come up, and I'm not sure I understand the question. So you said, Lee, what POVs Jay Embry last 2 YouTube videos, please? I'm not sure exactly how to parse that, right? But I'm assuming you're asking me about Jay Embry's last couple of YouTube videos, but I'm not sure I understand. So if you want to
watch,
is it just watch them? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right.
That's
so
the one
instead of
Logan was
it's
talking
not
about,
what
right?
it's watch POV's last 2 videos. Okay.
I think so. Yeah.
As a running aside, I realize, everybody, that Pavarotti has solved this crime already a long time ago, and I probably should have stopped doing YouTube because Pav's already solved it 37 times. I get it. And that's a running joke. I have no problem with Pavarotti. But if I had $1 for every time someone tells me I need to watch Pavarotti's video because he solved it, I would be rich.
Yes, we all would be. He's come up with some very interesting points, though. That's a fact.
He
does.
For sure. And I think wasn't the fingerprint one of the more recent videos that he just did?
Yes.
Yeah. So
that's the one that got me the most, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Recently.
Good stuff. All right, guys, it's at that 2-hour mark. I'm going to do a members only live after this show, but let's get some time for our panel to say goodnight. Remember that we will be moving 1 hour up on Monday. So tomorrow night be the same time, Saturday night, same time, I guess Sunday's show, same time, but then Monday we'll start moving it up an hour and we'll see how it goes. I realize we're competing against much bigger channels, and some of you have to decide who you love more, them or us, and watch the other person on replay. Well, we'll see how that pans out. If we get crushed on the numbers and nobody gives a shit about us until we're the second choice for the night, then we'll reconsider, but we'll see how it goes. In the meantime, let's go around the horn. Robin, 1-1, Logan, then Dago, Critic Rick. I don't know if we're going to have you say goodnight for the night. Maybe you should say goodnight now, and then we'll close out with the panel. But thank you, by the way, for coming on the show. And then we'll close out the panelists. And then, like I said, we'll take a short break, and I'll have a members only. Thank you very much for coming tonight.
Thank you, Rick.
Yes.
Thanks, Rick.
Thank you all. Nice panel. Love seeing you all. Have a good night. Thanks for having me.
Thanks.
too,
Have a
guys.
good night.
Night.
All right, Robin, you're up.
All right. Well, once again, we had some fascinating conversation. It was great for Critic Rick to come up and hang out with us. That was really cool. Yeah, a lot of great insight. Really enjoyed that, and looking forward to seeing all of his content that's going to be coming out apparently. So that's really cool. So, and thanks to everyone for coming out and hanging out with us tonight. We really appreciate it. When you're here during the live or on the replay crew, you guys are just phenomenal, and we appreciate you so much. And once again, happy birthday to the boss man. So we are very proud to be a part of this, and
apparently Grammy Tammy as well.
Nice steak dinner.
Yeah, I did have a great
Thank
you
hope
very
everyone
much.
has a wonderful night.
All right, perfect. 1-1. What do you got for close?
Awesome show, discussion. Love all of our great panelists and members, and hopefully soon to be members, subscribers, all of you who come every night to join in our discussion. Thanks to anyone that's willing to come up on stage and join in, have a little debate or get into some interesting topics. We have to keep fighting the good battle, keep reviewing some of the stuff. I do think in some of these cases, Idaho 4, I do think we will not be seeing the end anytime soon. It does feel like something is going to happen, and there's still just just to think for a moment, we keep discussing the post conviction relief and all this stuff. There's still a slew of documents. We haven't even got the real autopsies reports released, if they even are. But I know that Steve G referenced Kaylee's report. I think he said it was 21 pages, I believe, in an interview. So will we get the official reports? There's tons and tons of stuff on and on. I would really like to get the official cell phone data that shows the steps and the elevation from all the victims and from Dylan and Bethany and all that. That would definitely give us a further story as to what actually happened, and we can correlate the steps with some of the messages and the calls, and like, what the hell is going on here? Like, it would give a little more. We'd be able to maybe formulate a little closer theory as to what happened, but who knows if we will ever get that. So great stuff as always, and of course, happy birthday to you, Lee, and hope your next year is full of have good health, and maybe by your next birthday we'll have 100,000 subscribers.
Well, we can hope.
Be great.
That's a tall order there.
I know.
You got a movie trivia?
I do, of course.
I'm excited.
Okay.
I'll try not to be muted, so when I get it right, I'll be first.
Yeah, it is a 90s movie. Dago, you are muted, so I know. Yeah, you gotta be quick on the draw.
Not for long.
All right. Wait, I thought all you did was kill innocent people. Innocent? Is that supposed to be funny? An obese man, a disgusting man who could barely stand up, a man who, if you saw him on the street,
7.
you'd point him out to your friends so that they could join you in mocking him. A man who, if you saw him while you were eating, you wouldn't be able to finish your meal. After him, I picked a lawyer, and I know you both must have been secretly thanking me for that one. This is a man who dedicated his life to making money by lying with every breath that he could muster to keeping murderers and rapists on the streets.
It does sound like 7. It is 7.
Good job.
Nice. What's in the box? What's in the box?
What's in the box?
Yeah, great movie. Great movie.
Amazing movie.
Great job, 1-1. Sorry, that was great job, 1-1 for the quote, and Dago for getting it. Very cool.
It's not fair though, because I've only watched that movie 300 times. So
I liked the movie, but I think I've only watched it maybe twice. So yeah. All right.
Movie.
So Logan, what do you got for this evening for us for close?
I just want to thank everybody for always showing up for us, especially for the super chats and super stickers to go towards our FOIA. I'm so excited for that. Thank you to the mods. And again, everybody that shows up and is present. Thanks to Critic Rick for hopping up on panel tonight. Do something nice for yourself today. Be kind, but more importantly, be kind to your animals. And don't forget to tune in tomorrow for our live on Bronx Tales at 5:45 and tomorrow night over here at Crimes After Dark. Have a great night, everybody.
All right. Hey, by the way, is our change in time going to interrupt when you normally do lives? Are we bumping into your normal live time? Okay.
No.
Well, that's good. All right. Dago, what's up with you?
So another great one. Always great conversations. Thank you, Lee, Logan, 1-1, Robin. And it was great to meet you, Critic Rick, and loved your insight tonight. Happy birthday again, sir. I hope you have a great day today. Thank you, all of you. Like I said, Logan11, Lee, and Robin for having me here with you. It's always an honor, and I always enjoy the company and the conversation. Thank you to all the moderators. You guys are amazing. And again, as I always say, we would not exist without you. It was nice to meet everybody's animals tonight. That was awesome.
Oh yeah.
And and thank you to all of you amazing people for being here. With whom none of us would exist. So thank you. You guys are absolutely amazing. Folks, don't forget to love yourselves and love each other. Don't change nothing, because as you all know, you are the beautiful people. Have a great
The beautiful people. All right. So thank you very much. And everyone, thanks for coming to another show. Do us a favor. For those of you who know we're switching times, do us a favor and watch us during the new times so we don't completely die. I realize that there's going to be some conflicts in your schedule. I get it. But we can appreciate the love if we get it, and we'll see how that runs. Hopefully it'll be better for everybody in the long run. In the meantime, thanks for the birthday wishes. Thank you for everybody sharing your pets online. Another great show as usual. Even when we don't have something, we seem to always come up with something. Critic Rick was a great part of the show. We're going to get Twiz, it sounds like, tomorrow, maybe talking about timing advance. That'll be amazing. Everything's cool. And tomorrow, Friday the 13th. And again, panelists, please stay by just a little bit afterwards if you don't mind. Yeah. All right. Have a great evening. Take it easy.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Happy birthday.